me put it back out now and do trips and road trips and all that, so I can go ahead and perform it. So I got 10 sections in here. I'm just going to do, one from one section. Now, not all 10 of them, just 3 of them. But I'm going to do this first one. As you know, I'm a light-skinned dude. And so, like sometimes you got the colorism thing going on, but most of the time the conscious light-skinned dudes go the other way. So we light and we end up dating dark-skinned girls. And a lot of dark-skinned girls say that too. Like, light-skinned guys always coming after me. So I'm going to read a poem called Black African Woman, to deal with the whole light-skinned Jones when you ain't got that melanin, that other folks got. All right? So
Yes.
this is called Black African Woman from Omar Tyree back in the early 90s when I was still a young buck. All right. When I go to Africa, I would like to make love to the blackest African woman I can get. I somehow feel that the blackest African woman can give me back my color. I somehow feel that the blackest African woman can give me back my soul. She can love me the strongest. And I somehow feel that the blackest African woman can teach me to dance and put me in a deep, dark passion with her love spell. I'm seduced by her black purity, and I somehow feel that I need her to make me whole again. So love me, Black African woman, like a Philadelphia soul song, and never let me go. That was one of the first joints. That was from a section called All Around the World. We talk about black women all around the world. So I got Caribbean poems, I got California joints, I got a DC joint, I got down south, up north, Midwest, so you're doing different places where women are from, because when you went to Howard, we were from everywhere. So that's the first poem. I got a whole bunch of them in this book, 10 different sections. So I'm going to let the round table go around and, shouldn't be that much painful. So I'll listen to other folks and do 2 more.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Love that. Thank you, Omar. Okay, who's next?
I'll go next.
All right, Miss Tina.
So this poem is called Grown Kids of Abuse. Some are depressed or even suicidal. Some are filled with rage while others are always idle. They can't hold a job or even go to school. They won't even adhere to a single rule. Abuse holds so much guilt and shame. All the grown kids do is get mad and place blame. Blame the mother for their father's sins. We try so hard, but we don't ever win. We're abused all over again. Not by the father, but by the kids I produced. I'll never get used to this type of pain. It takes all I can do to remain sane.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Who is next?
I'll go next. I'm Clarice Annette Brooks, and I'll be reading one from my book, Excuse Me While I Live My Life. The name of this poem is My Past Is Not Untouched. And I wrote this poem for those who sometimes have problems with forgiving and understanding that people do make mistakes, and rather than to hold on to that grudge. So my past is not untouched. You made an error that impacted me. I feel quite cross with you. Though my first thought is to seek revenge, I know first what I must do. I have first to revisit my own life, filled with its own travails, moments when I meant to do well, but instead fell short and failed. Moments when I did not mean harm, but still I inflicted pain. You see, my past is not untouched, for it bears its own faults and stains. And once done with my own reflection, ready to embrace our difficult talk, I am able to come from a place of someone who has walked your walk. For I know the seat where you now sit, because it is a place where I once lived. It is for this reason I can truly say, I understand and I forgive.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful.
No, forgiveness is rough.
Well, what is it? Forgive and forget?
Well, we can always forget, and not everybody always deserves necessarily a forgiveness, but there's times when we say, okay, someone did make it was a mistake, not an intentional form of abuse. And
Yes.
the mistake, then we cannot ask to be forgiven if we do not ever forgive. But
Right.
knowing the difference between a true, honest mistake and intentional abuse. Yeah.
Wow, that's deep. Love that. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, who's up next?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Kiana.
So I'll be reading a poem from my book, Soul Inspirations, A Journey for the Divine. My first chapter is Strength, and this is my favorite poem from this chapter, and it's called Soul Power. If I could take the time to define soul, I would explain it as the pain behind every smile that doesn't mind being the stain that is revealed when you hear or see me. The soul is the rhythm that convinced the heart to believe it could change its own beat. I could describe it as the illustration of frustration in its common state of expression. Am I confusing you? Maybe because my soul has no purpose in being seen from your point of view. The soul is more than power or personification of what makes me or another Black. I take that back. It is my valued redemption of struggle shown as strength. I will forever exemplify all that defies the odds as a minority. I refuse to live less than free. Let your soul soar in the face of adversity. You are more than your circumstance, and when you know for yourself, you will genuinely advance.
Wow. Beautiful. So tell us, Kiana, your inspiration
In life or my book?
in that poem.
Oh, it's, my freestyle at that time was me being able to see me perspective. It was one of my perspective poems where it's, you know, how I know what it's like to be Black in America. I know what it's like to be Midwest in America. I know what it's like to be a woman here. And it's like all the things that are surrounded around yourself when you're learning yourself in your early 20s. And being that I was in college, I was at a PWI, I was but I had found community. So I knew how they viewed me, how the stereotypes that come that, you know, and it was one of those things where it's like I had heard so many explanations of what you think soul power is, but my soul is different. You know, like I define it different, which is why I started with the fact that it's a calming rage that my soul bears, but it's power in it.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Wow. Amazing. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. That was beautiful.
Yes. Thank you.
All right.
Who's next?
Who's next? Nairobi.
This poem I'm going to do first is called My Apologies. Hey, you. Yes, you. Yeah, I'll talk to you. I apologize to you, and I hope you accept my apology. I was supposed to be there for you, stand beside you, and have your back. Yet instead, I stood on the sidelines with everyone else, walking over your pride and stripping you from your strength. I was supposed to be there by your side, helping you carry the weight of this separated world. Instead, I added extra weight, tearing you down as a man, complaining about you as a father, telling you that I'm strong enough without you, reshaping the dynamics of our family, causing you to feel worthless, making you feel unwanted, yet I'm the same one that birthed you. How could I stand by and allow the world to beat you down to nothing? Nothing but stereotypes and statistics. I watched how the world beat you down in the streets, kneeled upon your chest until you screamed out, I can't breathe. And still to this day, the 14-year-old you was beaten so badly that the only way to identify you was by a ring. No justice brought from this thing. So many countless murders of you left unspoken, forcing you to live in the shadows and silence, lonely and heartbroken. I realize your self-esteem has been torn to pieces. I should have been there to fix those pieces and put them back together years ago. I should have been there right by your side, being your voice when the world wouldn't allow you to speak. I should be loving you and cleaning your wounds, lifting your head up and fixing your crown. Tell me, where can I start? Where can I start to help you heal? I've been a part of the damage that made you feel unsure of yourself. I made you feel that your worth only came with what was in your wallet, and if your manhood was good enough for that moment of pleasure. But yes, you are much more than you are much more than that. Your strength is beyond what the world will ever understand. Your intelligence has been rooted in your DNA. Your skin comes in all beautiful shades. It passes the world's comprehension, as well as the way your hair can grow in so many different ways. I want you to know that you are amazing. I'm here to help you pull that greatness out from within. I love you and need you, my beautiful Black men. Signed a beautiful Black woman.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful.
Yeah,
Wow.
our men need to hear that.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, this is true. We do love you,
Yeah,
definitely, and we need you.
yes.
Wow, wow. So, tell us about your inspiration. I mean, I know, but tell us.
Well, the thing that happened back with George Floyd and all that controversy with that. And then where I live at, I stay close to Portsmouth, Virginia. And every time I turn around, it's always young Black men that are passing away. Then I gave five black boys. So I understand and I see what's going on with them. And a lot of it is this that they feel like they're not loved. So
Yeah.
I feel like Black boys are always put on the back burner. And for me, they are loved.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we can be their worst critic and tearing them down. We birth them and expect them to rise up when we're not pouring into them. So all of that is what inspired me to write that piece.
Wow.
That's deep.
Wow. It definitely needed to be said. Wow. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Okay, so next, who do we have? Rome, A?
So we only got 5 people?
No, we actually
I
have
can go.
7. Go ahead.
Okay.
I thought
Rome,
Ace was gonna go because he unmuted himself. But now I'll go.
okay.
So I finally have an opportunity to do this piece because I think I have a fellow Philadelphian on the call. Omar, you from
Yeah.
Philly?
Yeah.
Are you from North?
West Philly.
What part of West?
I'm from West Philly. West Philly.
Yeah, I'm
Can
from
y'all hear me?
I'm from 46 and Brown.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
from 38th and Aspen, 46 and Brown. Yeah, we used to walk up to Lancaster Avenue to go to the Capitol Center at 52nd Street. So we had to pass at
Yep.
46 and Brown. Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah. Then I moved to
So
Mount
this is
Airy.
probably
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you move far out. Yeah.
Stanton Avenue,
So I think this
Finley
is the
Playground.
only opportunity.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, yeah. So this piece, I wrote this when I was in Iraq, and I was talking to my little cousin. He was still in Philly, and he was like, "When you coming back?" And I was clowning him about why I'm not coming back, and I just wrote this as a response to him. So there's a few things in it where Omar probably knows what I'm talking about, where other people might not know what I'm talking about. But essentially I'm walking down the street pointing to things that make me not want to come back to Philly, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't remember how crowded this city is, so I come back and can barely move. and I can't groove to my tunes because your bass is too loud. You're rude. And whose child is that 12 years old and nearly nude? I know it's hot, but hear those wino dudes comments are lewd. And being addicted to crack ain't an excuse for no bro. And wearing commando pants ain't an excuse for no draws. That shit ain't got no leash on it, player, so whose dog? It seems like everyone I meet is breaking the damn law. Harassed by homeless folk when I walk by City Hall, no longer give them a chance when they approach. I'm like, nah. And what the fuck is up with these streets? They're too small. And the houses built on the creek lean but don't fall. And dope calls on every corner, a group of dope boys. And dope calls on every corner, a group of dope boys in front of Chinese stores. So all I hear about is some young John or egg foo young from the yellow dudes who speak orange, right? I mean Mandarin. My bad, I'm kind of racist when I'm rambling. Rice. And twice now a dude made me wish I packed the hammer in. Gotta hide shit from people peeping what I'm handling. Every day it seems like I'm taking life and gambling. I know I got food poisoning, fucking with the sandwich man. And you say damn the man for turning Philly into a spectacle. But damn you, with your trash in the right receptacle. It's that you throw it on the ground, property value going down. You don't even live here, you live in Lansdowne. I saw you, I take the scepter too. Electrical and gas lines from 1932 could blow up right now, but who cares? It'll only kill a black or two. When that is through, they'll tell you that this is what lower tax will do. They lock up their employees, claiming they're cleaning up the crack for you. Bad, I'll go back to the streets. I'm getting too political. A cop or two might bust your head for walking the block at noon. You get your boys riding around looking for a cop to shoot. You pop one and think, I'm the truth, till you're locked up in a pajama suit. The booty warrior in your cell takes your ass a time or two.
Jesus.
Here's the irony. Your cellmate claims that he ain't gay. In jail for killing trannies when he found out that his dad was they. After several years of getting your feces compacted, you find out they lied. It ain't nothing like elastic. My bad. I went to 50 schools. I'm easily distracted. You want your kid to get a good education and go to college. Your child's on Facebook misspelling brain and knowledge. No, sorry, it's X now. You want your kid to get a good education and go to college. Your child's on X now, misspelling brain and knowledge. 18-hour days, sometimes you wonder where your child is. Your child's on X now, with some older dudes giving them brain and knowledge. Roaches, rats, and mouses. You don't mind the power outages. I messed up. Roaches, rats, and mouses. You don't mind the power outages. We grew up in public housing. Too often we get comfortable eating out the same bowl we live in. Oh, I'm messing up so much. I haven't done this piece in so long. Too often we get comfortable eating out the same bowl we shit in. Our kids can't upward mobilize because they love the hell they live in. And that's it. I never finished it. I actually have it in this book that I never wrote. The book that doesn't exist. I wrote it in the book.
We need to write that book.
That book. That was good. Oh my goodness.
Good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just never wrote that down.
Wow.
I
Well,
was
we
gonna, my bad. I was just gonna ask you, like, what time? Do you remember when you wrote that? Like, around what year that was?
That was I was in Iraq in 2011.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
that's
wrote
crazy.
it, you know,
The power of words is crazy like that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Crazy, powerful.
I appreciate y'all for
Great.
dealing with my mess ups and everything.
No, it was good. I'm not
Yeah,
from Philly. I've been there one time, and so I can kind of relate, but that was very,
Yeah,
very
because like I was talking about, like SEPTA, that's our public transportation system up there. But one of the things that probably, because I said, what the fuck is up with these streets? They're too small. So like we have like really, really small streets up there. Like they weren't even like streets for cars. Originally they were for, horse and foot traffic. But
wow.
we have two-way streets that are only the size for maybe a half a car. So you'll see people riding on the sidewalk, getting down the street. And then I said, the house is built on the creek, lean but don't fall. Because I'm from Mill Creek Projects. We also have Cobbs Creek. And it's like the houses that were built during that time, especially in the Black communities, which were the Black communities at the time, they were built on poor foundation on a creek. So the houses started to sink, and they're like uninhabitable right now, but they're still there. The city won't even come and get rid of some of them. Some of it's been gentrified, but some of it, the city won't come and get rid of it because it's not valuable. So you just like, you'll be driving and like houses are like leaning, but that's why I said the house is built on the creek, lean but don't, because they're just like leaning. So it kind of disorients you if you're not used to it, because you're driving and the homes are like this way as you're driving. So yeah, that's what that means.
That's wild. That's crazy.
That sounds dangerous. I took my son to Philly for his 16th birthday, but you go to the tourist section, so they make it look so beautiful, and we had so much fun, but you don't get to really see how the real people live at, So yeah. Okay, Ace.
Ace, you're next.
All right.
Right in here.
So this piece is called Karma. It's funny the way karma works out. Her smooth, silky legs are filled with doubt. Wrapped around my neck violently, it's like, baby, you cool, but why me? Succumbing to my notions could mean overdosing on reality. There's got to be a glitch in the system. Why do I keep tripping over my own two left feet? Am I not? You see, here we go again. Taylor Steen crashes to himself, utilizing friends, family, therapy, and even medication for proper help. Your assistance leads to less resistance, streamline and straighten up my demons. Grateful that we have God for something higher to believe in. If we were up to man, we would have perished long ago. And I know, far from perfect, furthest thing from a saint, forgiving, still trying to get in this petty rat race. My man Eddie told me life is mostly mental, so I'm meant to be as cool is not synonymous with settling less than your worth. You love it, right? It's your passion, your baby, your brainchild. Well, you better get to work, because the next man that's coming with those 10,000 hours logged. Devour my own medicine, let it in. And one more thing, karma's coming for you too.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
Wow. Karma is coming from you too, for you too, right? What goes around comes around. Wow. Now, were you inspired by something that happened? What triggered that poem?
I mean, I can't really recall the specific thing. I guess I was just thinking about that phrase, like you said, and just wanted to expand on it, kind of see where it led me. So it was kind of like a stream of consciousness type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate that.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Mr. Omar.
You want to come back to me again? All right.
I want to come back to you again. Yes.
All right. This one, I got another section called Passion Fruit, and but I think this Make the First Move. Let me see, what section is this from? Make sure I got the section right. Make the First Move, chapter. Oh yeah, Passion Fruit.
Okay.
All right, so passion fruit, sexy stuff. But make the first move, it's self-explanatory, Go ahead, my woman. Make the first move. I won't bite you. If you kiss me first, I would probably like it. Go ahead, my woman. Make the first move. Love is for man and woman, and African peoples never use clubs and caves. Go ahead, my woman. Make the first move. I won't say no or stop, or even if I do, just try me again. Free yourself, Black woman. Free your body, free your soul from this idle hesitation. Let's run away through the African wilderness, letting you take me down on empty, quiet grass and unleash yourself. Make me feel pretty. Erase or ease my masculinity. Free me from my tenseness. Kiss my neck and caress my chest. Go ahead, my woman. Make the first move. We need you to. because it's good medicine for both of us. So with that there, you know, it was funny. You know, I was talking to my sons. I got sons now, 27 and 24. And I was telling them how we go to the mall in Philadelphia and we had to talk to a girl from scratch. You know what I mean? You got to get your heart up and you just introduce yourself. Hey, how you doing? My name's so-and-so. What's your name? And my sons thought that was crazy. You mean you would just walk up to a girl you didn't know? And we were like, yeah, you go to the mall, you see a girl you like, you would. So they had no concept of this new, you know, cell phone thing because they texting and meeting each other online or whatever. And I'm like, yo, dude, if you went to a mall, a movie, a store, wherever you saw a girl, you may never see her again. So you got to go talk to her right then. You know, so that whole make the first move is like so much pressure on guys used to be to make all the moves and talk to all the, and you can like the guy and you sitting there waiting for him to talk to you first. So it's just ridiculous, man. Like, go get that dude. Go say something first. Why are you putting all the pressure on us guys all the time? You know, so that's what I was feeling, you know, back in my 20s, you know, when we had to do all the work, you know what I mean? And you know you like to do, but we still got to do all the work, you know what I mean? So that's where that one came from. Make the first move. Yeah.
I love that. It just brings back so many memories because you're absolutely right. There used to be a club called the Carolina West, and they had giant telephones at tables and with like a number to the table. So if you wanted to call somebody, you call up that table number and then you know, so it would be so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, I love it. Yeah, the
That's
kids
good.
nowadays, they have no idea. You know, we
Yeah.
wrote notes, passed notes in class, that type of thing. We didn't have, it was just communication. That's why they
Yeah.
communicate now. You know,
Yeah.
they don't like to talk on the phone or anything. We would talk
Yeah, right.
hours.
They want you to text them. They want you to text them. Yeah, you know, let's talk. They want to text you. Yeah.
Right. That's not talking. I want to hear your voice and, you know,
Yeah.
all of that. So
Yeah.
thank you for that. That was
Yeah.
amazing. That brought
Yeah.
back some good memories. Okay,
Yeah.
Good deal.
so I read a poem. I'm gonna read one of Clarice's poems that I read earlier, and her book is amazing. It's called Excuse Me. I don't know if you can see it. Excuse Me While I Live My Life.
I love
And her book, let's see. This poem is called Climb. And it says, when I started my ascent, first climbing one rung, then two, you tossed dirt down on my face and you thought that I'd be through. But I brushed it off and I kept on climbing to two, three, then four. And you shook the ground so very hard, thinking I'd brave it no more. But I held on tight and I kept on, climbing to five, then six. You blew hot wind down, and I will admit it burned, but I held my grip. I look ahead, almost there, climbing to seven, then eight. And you stomped with a fury that was so great. So filled to the brim, you were with hate. But I did it. I finally did it, reaching to 9 and then 10. So remember our little story and never doubt upon me again. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
All the haters.
All the haters. They're drinking haterade.
Yes, so many of them.
And that particular poem, what I heard Clarice speak it at an event. She did a recording, and it made me cry because as you elevate to the top of that pyramid, there's like 1 to 2 blocks at the top. Everybody else is at the bottom. As you elevate, people are trying to pull you down and they're doubting you. So you get to a place where you're almost isolated because you know what you know and you believe in yourself and your dreams. And it's just pushing forward. So I experienced things, people doubting me and all of that. And I just kept going, regardless of what it looked like. I already knew, the visions God's given me. And so it's just pushing through. So I really appreciate Clarice because she identified with that, and a lot of us go through that, because nobody else knows your vision but you. So they really can't speak on it, right? So
Right.
thank you, Clarice, for that.
Exactly.
Read
Thank
again.
you. So who's up next? We can go around one more time.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, Tyree just went, so I'm next, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So this one is called Pretty Brown Girl. And I came up with it because an ex tried to reach out to me, and he was a good guy, but I'm just not interested. But every time we talk, it's like he just calls me the pretty brown girl. So that's why I came up with this. She radiates love. She's a real one, a very rare breed, daughter of the king. She deserves to be put on a pedestal, decked in jewels and rings. She needs to be sung to, make music sound so good to her ears. Let only her hear, only pleasant thoughts. She needs love more than the material goods you bought. Pretty brown girl is deep and complex. Don't bring her no drama. She'll cuss you out just like your mama. She doesn't like to be vexed. Please don't wreck her nerves. She'll get bored and you'll be out the door. She just wants happiness, no shadiness, no pettiness. She doesn't do mess. Make her laugh and you'll have her for life. Fun, no strife, kisses all night. Massage her feet. Yes, she has a fetish. Put something sweet and lick her toes. Watch how she goes crazy in the throes. She'll glow just like a rose. Keep every foe away from her. The pretty brown girl is exceptional and must be protected and never subjected to harsh realities, never affected, only intended for all of your love. Love her like Christ loves the church. Then you are a man worthy of the prize, which is the pretty brown girl.
Hmm.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
Hey, that was beautiful. So did you read that poem to this gentleman?
Not yet, no. Because he's trying to get back, and I'm happy. I'm celibate now 4 years, and I'm loving myself, so I don't want to give him any ideas.
Got it. Wow.
When I put it in the book, he can buy a copy, and then I'll put to Lawrence.
Nice. Okay. Thank you for that. Who's up next? Is it Nairobi or is it Clarice?
I think I followed Tina. I'll
Yes.
go.
Okay.
I really liked Omar's poem a lot, and thinking about how a woman likes to be spoken to, by a man, and yeah, that would be great for you to say, yeah, come on me, come to me, So I wrote this poem about something that if I've been married 31 years, and
Wow.
I still wear white on my wedding day, on my anniversary, because it's my way of letting my husband know if I had the opportunity, I would marry him all over again. So I have a lot of white dresses in my closet. But anyway, I wrote this poem and I was really thinking, what would my man like to hear from his woman? And I wrote this poem. It's called I Walk So Proudly With You. I walk so proudly with you because of who you are. It matters not who looks upon us as we walk this journey far, because you are good and you are righteous and you are proud and you are strong, and your integrity sustains you throughout every day so long. So let others look upon us and see just who we are. because you are mine and I adore you. So come, let's journey on.
Wow.
Good deal.
Yes.
Good deal.
Nice.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's amazing. 31 years.
31 years.
People today can't even make a relationship work 6 months. I mean, that's an incredible feat.
She said 41 years?
31.
31.
31. Okay. All right. Good deal. Because I was about to say, you don't even look 41. Yeah, 31. Yeah. All right.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you, Clarice.
Yeah, who's next?
I love your work. It's amazing.
Good deal.
Okay. Who's up next?
I think Kiana or Nairobi.
Someone else.
Kiana's next. Go ahead.
It's me. Okay. I have put it's funny because I have picked this poem, and then when you spoke about dreams, and I said, and you mentioned how, God gives you what it is. No one can live that for you.
Yes.
So the title of my poem is called Hope and Dreams. I thought I lost hope in my dreams. The inward secrets that I vowed to my soul were the deepest part of me worth seeking. I'm glad I never let hope escape the gates of my dreams to grant someone my promise from on high. I deserve the happiness of bliss. From my youth, I had missed tragic tales we all can tell of the changes that left us thoughtless to the wonderment of the future we once saw arising through years of trouble. It's a struggle to hold on to visions that don't resemble the present. Hesitant to accept that greatness takes time to climb the heights of unmovable mountains. This journey travels through more than valleys when the sky's the limit. Don't plummet your confidence. It's our mission to fulfill what we see to profit humanity.
Yes. Wow. I love it. Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
what was your inspiration on that piece?
Knowing that, really, that my mindset at that time period when I was writing a lot of the poems in my book, I dealt with depression. So I knew what it was like to be hopeless. I knew what it was like to say, don't nothing matter that I do. I knew what it felt like to feel invisible. And then I also know that when I'm trying to counter everything that is wrong, I have to speak to God about it. So it was one of those things where it's like, okay, God, that's why I mentioned vision. Only you give me that. I dream what I dream, but you tell me at the end of the day, all I need is a little hope to make faith happen for me. So, and it's like, then that's when I kind of changed my tone even to myself. I'm glad I didn't give up on my dreams. Because if I did, I wouldn't have published a book, and I wouldn't have had people that don't know me want me to be on their platforms. You know what I mean? Like that's walking out prophetic words spoken over my life that's hard because a dream you can't touch. A dream is something, either you fathoming what you know from experience and what you see, and then there's that big portion which is everything God is wanting you to see, and you're meant to dream it.
Yes.
Only you know what it's going to take to make it come out, and God gives people dreams that make it come out. He make you birth what's in your head. And I when I stopped on that poem, I thought, like, God, you really are the inspiration to my soul. Everything I write is about you and me. Like, you are my hope, God. You are my dream, and I want to do what you want for me to do. I want you to get the glory out of my life. That is a dream of mine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad I didn't stop wanting to be a mouthpiece and a vessel for his people. So, there's just a lot of things that kind of correlated with that poem for me. even just reading back over it, that he's making me realize, like, this is just you.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
Amen
man.
to that.
Yeah.
It's hard to chase your dreams.
Yeah. Especially when it's been years and years and you're just waiting and you just wonder, is it ever going to happen? Because my dream first started when I was 29, a year after my son was born. I wanted my own hair salon. And I just wanted this so bad, and it like never happened. So then I kept searching for other dreams, and now I'm 59 and I finally found my dream, which is to be a writer. But a lot of people would have probably gave up by then, because that's a lot of years that you're waiting and you don't know if it's going to happen or not. So that was great, Kiana.
Thank you.
Yes. Also, I just want to add to that is the term, faith without works is dead. And so you are given those visions, but you have to put the work in. You have to do that next step, and God is going to give you all of the components that you need. And I can attest to that. And he's going to bring all of the people in line with your vision to make it happen. And sometimes it's fearful, you don't know, like all of you. I've never met any of you, and here we all are together based on a vision that God gave me. And so it does happen, and it's because I was obedient and I listened, and I just said, okay, I didn't know. And 20 years ago, I couldn't have told you that I was going to be a writer, or I was going to do podcast shows or any of that. And so it is definitely real. And I'm sure all of us have experiences where we have stepped out of that comfort zone and just ran with our visions and our goals. And so thank you so much, Kiana, because that hits home for real.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so who do we have up next?
Nairobi.
Nairobi?
Yes. So this one is kind of a fun one that I want to share with you guys. And it's called A Story to Tell. I remember the time my cousin wanted to go to a party with her really bad. See, she always wanted to be starting something, and I told her as long as she wouldn't be rude, I'd hang with her. I mean, I know I could be a smooth criminal, but in general, that lifestyle is not for me. That ain't what I do. She promised if I go, she'd be cool. And so we hit the party because we wanted to jam. Had my eyes on this one dude. We kept glancing at each other. He was giving me butterflies. I was waiting for him to get off the wall so I could approach him and say hi. Come to find out his name was Billy. He was rocking some jeans. I mean, I was loving his vibe. His whole wardrobe was fly. Time goes by. I was the lady in his life. I swear, love never felt so good. I never thought he would take me to Heartbreak Hotel. He was so persuasive, but my human nature had me go through his phone. What I seen made me scream. He had Diana down as his pretty young thing. He was doing me dirty, crying, pleading, asking him why. This had to be a thriller. It had to be a dream, not the way he gave in to me. He couldn't answer my questions, couldn't tell me why. I told him down her number, pick up the phone, told him if he couldn't do it, just leave me alone. He started crying down on his knees, begging me not to leave. He loved the way I make him feel. He screamed out, the girl is not mine. He thought I believed his lies. So I went to his text messages. It was right there in black and white. He was telling her, I just can't stop loving you, and I want to be where you are. With tears in my eyes, I told him to look at the man in the mirror because that man wasn't doing me right. I wasn't going to stay around to get mistreated. I packed my bag so I could beat it. This is it. I mean it. Jumped in my car, sped off like a speed demon because a selfish man like that, I knew for women, he didn't really care about us. I knew a man like that I could never trust. I knew a man like that, don't stop, they never get enough. It started with her, but I knew it would be other girls. He rocked my world, he knew he did. But for me, the cheating, I couldn't be down. Had to save my heart this time around.
Wow.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, yes.
I was thinking, wait a minute, I've heard that before.
It's so funny. I love that style because I wrote a poem with all R&B love songs. That's why I was like, oh, she killing this. Michael Jackson.
That was cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When you said Billy, I was like, okay, wait a minute. No. And then as I started connecting the dots there.
Yeah, that was really sorry in it like that, but like that was a really dope.
Because we're all probably like, I thought that was Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that was sorry. Good wordplay for sure.
Yes, it was.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you so much.
Medicine. Laughter is medicine.
Okay, so who is next? That was good, Nairobi.
Rome.
Rome.
Right. Yeah, as soon as she said she was gonna do a fun one, in my brain I said Michael Jackson, and I was so glad that she did that one. That's one of my favorites.
Wow.
It's not her best one, but her best one makes me sad, so that's my favorite one. All right, so I'm gonna do one. I'll make it quick. Okay, I'll do this one. So I do use a lot of wordplay, so I'll only explain like this part now, just so y'all know what I'm talking about. So like some people in here call me Rome because my name is Tyrone. My mother named me that. Trying to be fancy. Didn't want to call me Tyrone, so she called me Tyrone. Creek I'm from Mill Creek Projects in Philly. That's where Creek comes from. And then Dano, some people here call me Dano because that's my entertainment company, Dano Entertainment. This shirt is actually No Detours. There's a black woman here named Hayes Banks, real dope rapper and producer. She quit her job, delved into music, and now she out here rocking, Grammy nominated and everything. So I try to wear her line. Anything with like black women, like with Audible Asylum, our entertainment platform, is a black woman hosting. The building's owned by black women. All of our vendors are black women. So, I have 3 black daughters, 4 black sons, but I don't care about them. Got 3 black daughters. So I try to promote it. But yeah, so like, people call me Dano, people call me Creek, people call me Rome. And then when I'm around Muslims, like in Philly, everybody's a Muslim. So they call me Salim. So this piece is about addiction. Sorry for the long explanation. So my man told me roll up if I'm up and it's late. I'm like, dog, I can't sleep, but maybe I shouldn't get baked. Insomnia, already high on awake. Wish I was insomnia, long time since a date. I've had too many nights alone. Want to spend my time talking to somebody but to roam. I'm talking to himself. Even in this poem, he like, they know who you are, Salim, nah, Creek, you're wrong. Sounds like I already puffed up. Thoughts flowing heavy, but that ain't what filled this cup up. That moonshine, eyes blinded by the darkest light. Cold sweats, feeling lonely in the darkest nights. Looking in the heavens like, man, I wish she'd come tonight. Last one, she wasn't right. Couldn't slide her on the pipe. Should have known when she was irresponsive to the D. Ike couldn't hit it hard enough to make Proud Mary come at night. Maybe I'm not her type. Can't hit a lick without my teeth, so I might bite. Can't roll a leaf without a tree, so I'm enticed to puff her again until the flesh is burned by the daylight. Skin smoking like a Salem swim light-skinned witch with an onion booty. Run fast but can't escape chasing this laced-up cutie. Keep my head fresh for my kids, that is my duty. White girl calls me from behind the bushes like she knew me. I'm acting like I can't smell her waving. Scared out my mind when she whispers Kanye, West Craven, to be with her. Rolled in the grass, no laughs, gotta keep my ass up on the right path. Wipe away the clouds so I can see them. Can't hide your face when your daughter sees your nose bleeding. Choosing between her or the Mary Jane one, I'll always choose the older sister of my older son. I call them my struggle and my journey. What good is rest when your eyes are closed permanently? So if I can't get no sleep without toting, I just lay here and dream about her with my eyes open. That's it. That's it.
Hmm.
Nice.
Wow.
Powerful.
Yeah, that whole piece is about drugs. I know like a lot of stuff. I usually have to explain like the whole piece. Like a lot of wordplay and double entendres and euphemisms, but I won't. I know we won't have enough time for me to explain that whole piece, but I appreciate you.
Wow.
You dope with that wordplay.
I appreciate it. Really.
Yes. Very good. Okay, who do we have next?
I'm next.
All right, Rob.
All right. Yeah, this piece is it's an old piece, but it's one of my favorites. It's called Mother Africa. Dearly beloved, a moment of excellence does not. Hold up, let me get it right. Oh yeah, there we go. Dearly beloved, a moment of excellence does not exist without your being. One, look at my skin and know that I'm not supposed to fit in. Air like brothers and sisters who reign heavenly from your queendom. Mother, you give me this beautiful black fist, tense, one-dimensional, not subject to change, yet simultaneously representing both unity and strength. And while this is known to start a war, you taught me to do more. You taught me to unclench my fist in order to love all mankind, from both the hells below and heavens above. Mother Africa, derived from Mother Earth, we are eternally grateful for your worth. Peace and blessings, Mother Africa.
Nice.
Mother Africa.
Very nice. Wow, Mother Africa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Omar.
Oh, okay. Sister talked about being married 31 years, and I've been married 25 years, but it's rough, to be with one person for so long. So I got this poem that I didn't write when I was young. I added this to the poetry book, so this is one of the only new poems at the end of the book. It's one of the bonus poems. I call it One Woman. And when you married and you try to make the thing work, this is the sensibilities that come in hand. So this one's called One Woman. This is one of the newer poems that I actually just wrote this year. All right. I only gave my name to one woman, introduced my family to one woman, jumped the broom with one woman, had my 2 sons with one woman, joined the extended family of one woman, begged, complained, and whined over one woman, went astray and lost my mind over one woman, thinking all the time about one woman, discussions with my peers on one woman, high and drunk off beers for one woman, apologizing for the tears of one woman while hanging in there for 30 years with one woman until gray hairs appeared with one woman. Yeah. I gotta memorize this one, right? Yet she still doubts that I love her, or maybe she no longer cares while I continue to pray for a miracle with one woman. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so what you guys have to understand, particularly for the women, when a man gives his heart to one woman, that's a lot of weight, man. It's a lot of, because, a man is supposed to want to procreate. And so we have natural testosterone. And when you're a straight, aggressive, assertive man, like what Drake said, he wanted all the women. When he first came out, he wanted all the women. So you end up with one woman that you give yourself to wholly. And that's a hard position to be in, man. Like you got to have a lot of energy. You got to have a lot of, so we get into that thing where a woman don't feel like it, and you got all these other options, and you like, yo, are you sure that you want to, you know what I mean? Like you the only woman I can come. That's a lot of weight. It's a lot of power. It's a lot of responsibility. And a lot of women don't understand what that means. When they get hurt, or you going through issues and whatnot, and you only got one woman that you're supposed to be loyal to. So that poem there, man, when you start talking about men being public figures and having people that know them and like them, and having a whole bunch of women that may be attracted to them, and you that one woman that he comes to, that's a lot of responsibility. So I just want to tell women that when you marry a type A man or get with a type A man that everybody else want, you gonna have to step up to the table. You ask for it, you gotta be all the woman that you need to be in that position. And it ain't no backing down once you're in that position. So, I know a lot of men right now that all's going through it, and it's like that one woman thing is hard. It's very hard. And it's a lot of responsibility for one person to have. So that's where that poem came out. When you get to be an older man and you understand how hard it is to be in a relationship with one person, when that one person has to satisfy all the needs that you have, that's very hard. So I'm just being honest with that one. One woman is the hardest thing in the world.
Wow.
Well, I hear what you're saying. I think that also too, Omar, when you get older, you change, you get set in your ways. Everybody gets set in their ways. And then all of a sudden, after years and years, like we were just talking to my mom about this, and she was telling me that when, her and my dad got married, she didn't like the way he brushed his teeth. She hated it. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, it's some of those little things that can drive you crazy. But then, like you said, with one woman or with one man, you just, weigh it out. Like some things, makes you nuts, but you go on with it,
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I don't look like it, but I snore like a bear when I sleep.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I mean, loud. I've been recorded, and I do all of, like, I'm calling every animal, okay? Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's, I guess I've been doing it for years. I didn't know it,
Yeah.
but you just never know. Like you're with a person over time and they change, they get older or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we get booty and,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then
Uh-oh, what happened? Did we lose you?
Weird. Oh, no.
I think we lost him.
If he's on his phone, I wonder if his phone died or not.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Yeah, he
That
just cut
was
out.
good. Yeah, he popped up. Okay, so you guys, this is a great show. Does anyone else want to go before we shut down tonight?
Well, before anyone goes, I just wanted to make a comment, Paulette. They say when you snore, it means that you're not getting enough sleep. That's what the doctors say.
Really?
So,
Oh my
that
God.
people who snore are extra tired. They don't get enough sleep. So that's how their body reacts with that loud noise. Yeah.
Sometimes it's so loud, like my dogs will bark, like, hey, stop it.
Yeah. Oh.
Honestly, I don't believe it. Okay. But anyway, it is what it is. So thank you for that, Tina. I'll keep that in mind. I try to get at least, 7-8 hours of sleep. At least I try to do that. But even with that, it's every night,
So it's like whoever gets with you, your husband, you to warn him.
Yes. So that's a problem, because nobody can sleep. I remember my kids when they were younger, they would never wake me up. They would just stand there and you know how you feel somebody's right there and you open your eyes and they're looking right at you. Well, I think that's why, because I was snoring, they were probably scared.
Wow.
It ain't right for recording you though. I'll be mad. That's another level. Who chose to do this?
Right. Because I didn't believe him. That's what it was.
That's invasive. Invasive. You didn't need proof.
Exactly. I totally agree. But oh, that was funny. Okay, well, you guys, thank you so much for joining tonight. It's been so much fun. And thank you to our audience. Thank you to Omar and to Rob, to Creek, Nairobi, and to Kiana and Tina. Thank you so much for helping me put this all together, Miss Tina. And our next show is going to be, what day is the first Friday of the first of the year? Huh. I don't have my phone, but anyway, let's see, here we are. Let's see. You guys have really blessed me tonight.
It's January 5th, I think.
January 5th?
January 5th. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we are up next on the Poets Lounge on Friday, January 5th, and we will see you then. Thank you to all the poets. Happy holidays to you. Peace and blessings. I love you all.
I think Tyree, oh no, he didn't.
Huh?
No, I was gonna say, I thought Tyree came back, but that was Ace's head.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me, guys.
Yes.
This little guy always wants to be. Creek, you know him. He wants to do.
Hi.
He wants to do one. He wants to do one little short. Say hi.
Hi.
He wants to do one little short. But stop. Stop. Go ahead. Do it.
I get the ball, shoot it, missed it, psych, I switched it.
That was his poem.
He got a little poem. Aww.
All right. Look at Creek. Look at you. Creek is weak at you.
Oh,
All right, you guys.
thank you so much. That was amazing. I love it. All right. Happy holidays.
See you next month.
See you next month.
Writing.
Love you all. Bye-bye.
Love you all. Peace.
Oh, thank you, Clarice.